Hello and welcome back to Carmel's Ice Tea. We're shooting another episode of Minds Weighing the Movement podcast, and today we have with us two very special guests, Miss Grace Sun, all the way from
Okay,
China,
thanks.
GLA,
Yeah.
and Mr. Vinet Chadha, Managing Director of Combined Logistics Solutions. Why don't we start with how did you two meet?
First of all, thanks, Shanj, for having both of us together because it's a rare moment that since Grace is here after 10 years. So, coming back to your first question, so where did we meet actually? So, Grace at the 2016, she was one of our speaker and she sponsored a lunch at Air Cargo Club of Delhi. She was here, and that's where I connected with her. But it was a long time back, 10 years back. Then, fortunately, then I got another chance. Then we became a GLA member, and then I went to their conference in Hannon. So that's how we connected, and and that's how the friendship. We just became even better friends than before. That's it.
Yes, yeah. It's very good memories. We met in 2016, but at that time and we have no more communication.
Yes.
But till 2019, I got some photos.
Yeah,
I was so surprised. So because and we are in the same meeting. We met many years before, and day by day, and we have more communication about the industry. And I know Vinet is very professional, also very kind. And so we discuss and how to develop, how to give the contribution to the world, to the industry. Yeah, to think bigger and to do bigger, to do real job. And that's the reason. And so we have more communication and even like this. At the same time, I think it's 2019, I gave the invitation. You can hope can be our senior advisor.
And then finally last year, I got a call from somebody who called me up. Are you around on the day first opening ceremony? I says, yes, I am around. It says, you just near the stage. Then there was a name announced that Mr. Vinet K. Chadha to come on the stage.
You did not see it coming.
I wasn't knowing, and then I was being given a certificate along with the two senior strategic advisor, and then one was from the Arab Lebanon
Dubai
side.
Conference.
It was in Dubai
Dubai
conference
last year.
Yeah, and then there was another from Asian side. So three of us, we were being recognized as a senior strategic advisor. So that's where that surprise actually yes, we were in talks. I accepted, but Grace is good at giving surprise, and I like it. She is good at giving surprise. So when she was coming, I said Akai is, because as a regional chairman, that was my first meeting. So I just talked. I said, since you are coming, you are our guest, but because when Grace comes, she comes with a grace. So she was telling, her office says, we want to do something. I said, you are our guest. You don't have to do something. He says, no, we want to sponsor something or do something. So all the dinner, so we had like over 150 people. So they sponsored the dinner and become the part of it. Gracious thing that she always loved to do it.
Yeah, because we also want to show our welcoming and also want to show our hospitality to the world. We get a lot of support. Yeah, we get a lot of support from Vinet and also from the organizer and even for ACAAI and all the people, a lot of old friends, old faces, right? Yeah, old friends. So
Tell me, what do you think about him holding so many positions? Because from the ones that I know, of course, there's Combined Logistics that's been for the longest time. Akai is the most recent one. Then GLA, you were a senior strategic advisor. Then for the Commonwealth Games, you are a committee member. Am I missing something here?
This is Air Cargo.
Of course. I'm sure there's a huge line as well. So what do you think about that? I mean, to be actively engaged in so many things while handling such a big business as well.
Yeah. So I have two words I want to say. I want to mention. I want to emphasize passion and professionalism, and also the contribution, because so he has such kind of passion and to push him and even push GLA, push us to do and to overcome. To every day is a new, right? Every day is a new, and so we are eager to learning and to overcome the challenges and to give our, even we want to empower our friends, our family, and also and our society. That's a passion. And secondly, the professionalism. So he had the knowledge to share, to help. And the third, I want to say the contribution, because as a senior person and also as a passion and with the professionalism, so we want to contribute ourselves to the society. That's very important.
Yeah, and to be honest, like what you said about me, so thank you, Grace. And similarly, on similar grounds, so she is not only the president of GLA, she also have a lot of, if you just turn around her card, you will come to know he's an ambassador to Asian countries. He's vice president to transport, Shenzhen logistics, and so on. So she is also connected with so many things. So it is sometime, when you meet somebody with a same wavelength, you connect, and we talk about not only about the network, but we talk about the world. So the wavelength and connectivity sometimes matches a lot, that you can talk on various chapters of life. So she was with us on the holy daytime. In evening, we have a family dinner. So there she was also invited with the team.
Yes.
You remember? And then we had, so she was telling to my wife and my parents that, and she took a separate pictures with them, because that's how she could relate it back in China, that how the parents and we are living all together as a joint family. So that was, she was feeling good about it. So that's what she is saying, that
that's how the culture also is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because and I think the culture is the similar sometimes. Yeah, so that's the reason you mentioned how I can manage the GLA network, and the network have members from over 170 countries. But for me, I think in the global world, it's the same family, just the different face, different color, different parents, and different food. But in the foundation is the same. The people's foundation, such as love, such as kind, such as want to give contribution to the world, and also such kind of characters is the same. The foundation is the same.
Yeah.
Like you started with GLA in 2016.
2016, yes,
right?
Yeah.
Currently, you have 7,000 members in 2026.
Yes, yeah.
Right. And how many did you have in the first year?
First year, I think, to frankly, and the first year, it's about, I think, less than 200. But why I established the GLA like this, I got a lot of support. When I told the industry friends, Grace want to establish the GLA network, and maybe after many years later, maybe after 50 years later, so when we retired, we can say hello in front of computer. Yeah, so a lot of friends told me, Grace, if you establish the GLA network, we will support you. So the first 200 members, even they are the friends. Yeah, they are the friends from different countries. So that's the reason I think sometimes the people ask me, Grace, it's a very challenging job, different language, different country, different conflicts. Do you think you want to give up? I told them I never have such kind of idea. I enjoy the working. Yeah.
So every day is a challenge. So she loves challenge. So that's the reason she enjoys, I think.
I like challenges. I also like communicate with the people, even like in the Vinet, and even a lot of partners in the world.
But on any day, coming from 200 to 7,000, that's like
phenomenal, unbelievable.
No doubt about it. And
also, we work very hard. Yeah, our team gave very good support. A GLA team. So I think logistics can change the life, even change the global life, and even can make a global country closer. Do you agree with me?
I 100% agree. See, before COVID,
Yeah.
This logistics word, this actually, was populated more to a common man.
Yeah.
Before that, it
Yeah.
was like, it was hard to, like, if somebody who is not into exports, for them, logistics was, unheard. But during the COVID, when, there's a domestic business being picked up and a lot of people went into as a logistics, so this term gradually picked up and this becoming the talk of the town. And now coming back to logistics is not only about shipping out of one country to the other, even anything which moves within the country is a great part of logistics. So this has, pulled the attention, and which has just after the COVID, which has been picked up like anything.
Yeah. Because I think logistics change everybody's life. Even like now, if you want to buy the materials from China, from even Asia, even European, even Africa, so you can buy easily, right? So
definitely.
logistics change the life.
It has changed the life. So she was with us yesterday, and they have a GLA foundation.
Yeah.
So, we took her, and she wanted to donate a decent amount. So we just went to some schools which is on the outskirts of Delhi. So during that ceremony, meeting students, special needs students. So we thought that, she was so emotionally, she broke down. Then, then she actually adopted 2 kids for their well-being and for their education. So what she is saying is like the feeling. So that she adopted the kids in a way that she is going to pay for their education. So it's like, under their foundation, and that's different. But she adopted by herself, not about as from their company. So I will just accomplish what she was saying about the feeling. Yeah.
To be frankly, and I want to, in front of the people, I want to control the emotion. I want to control because, so especially and as a founder of global network. But when they smile at me in my deep side, it seems this trip only for them. Some people guide me, maybe Vinet, right? Some people, and the mission guide me to meet the kids. They are smiling. Even I cannot look at the eyes. When I look at the eyes, it seems they are my kids. So that's the reason, and I gave them the adopt, because so I think if we can support ourselves, I hope we can support others when we have ability.
But they already have, the best thing about, if you ask me about GLA, there are a lot of good things. But one thing, since it's like we are just talking openly. So whosoever buy a GLA's conference ticket, so a $5 is being paid to their foundation for the welfare. So this is how, and this foundation was laid down as a GLA foundation, and I am very proud that I was one of them. Who Grace invited me.
Yeah, he is a founder
of the GLA foundation. So which we started under her leadership last year. So this is something good about, like, they are giving their see, $5 is not small, it's not big, because it's a good amount, because on their conference there are people coming in 2,500 people. So imagine how much amount they are contributing by themselves. So life is all, give and take, and you need people like Grace, or you need people like more good. A lot of good people are around the world who are helping out of the way. So that's way, you should be doing whatever you can, whatever capacities you have, you must do it. That's it.
Yeah.
And how did you get into entrepreneurship in general, and then this industry out of everything else you could have done?
So I was in school, so I just went to my uncle. It was a summer camp.
Yeah.
So just at the age of 17, I went to my uncle's. Just not even I have crossed the school. It was just, I just gave my exam and just went to my uncle's office, and then there's no looking back. So I started this business working for my uncle. Then in 1999, I started by myself. So it's altogether 32 years.
So you were with him for like good 6 years time, right?
Yeah, with him for 6 years time. And that during those 6 years, so I was doing everything. So I was on field. I was a messenger boy. I was doing custom clearance. I was a clerk. I was doing to the various government bodies. So and even when there was a no driver, I have even our truck. I have even drive the truck, taking from the warehouse to the airport. So I'm not ashamed of, but this is how I started. So I've learned the hard way, and I'm very proud of it. So, when you start at the age of 17, that was a time, look at my friends, they were going to college and I was, going to my office. So, but no compromise, and I'm so happy for that.
Yeah. Challenge, every day is a challenge, but we enjoy the challenge. We keep learning, and we just keep our good kind and foundation, because so we cannot change others, but we can keep our kind in mind. So in this way, no matter how the society is uncertain, but we have our core value. Core value, we have our foundation. Yeah, we want to welcome, want to be kind.
So she's also here to challenge the challenge.
Commonwealth Games are coming up in July this year. Yeah. So are you involved with that?
Of course. That's we will have a press release soon. So the Delhi government is they have accepted, and we are going to host in Delhi. We are going to have a press release very soon. So
is Commonwealth Games entirely being hosted in India?
See, it's going to be hosted in Scotland, but since because what's happening, there are only 10 games, if I'm not wrong, which is being hosted in Scotland. But table tennis, as a Commonwealth, table tennis is going to be held in New Delhi. So that's going to be held in July, and we are expecting 25 to 30 countries. So they would be participating, or maybe even more.
Combined logistics has a very good, solid foundation when it comes to sports logistics.
Yes, absolutely. Because we were recently been awarded as a sport logistics provider of the year. So sports is not something, it's not a normal chip. And it's when you talk about sports, it's you're talking about we look at the players, we look at the team, we look at the country, and then from there we start. Because it's not about just moving 2 boxes or 1 container. There's a lot behind it. So we can talk on detail, what is all sports logistics is. But yes, we are a part of sports logistics.
Seems like a very exciting year with the 10th anniversary also coming up, then Commonwealth Games as well.
Yeah.
So something to look forward to. And so, I mean, since you're the advisor for GLA and you're the president, what is next for GLA after the conference?
I am sure Grace, as I said, Grace is full of surprise. So what I've heard, they are coming up with a lot of new things on the GLA platform, including they already signed up with their financial protection, which has gone up on the next level. And then they're coming up with something Grace can explain, like as a finance, something like, sometimes financial. What do you say about that? What is the right terminology?
I mean, we can call how to say, credit insurance.
Credit insurance.
Yeah, credit
so they are coming up like, for example, if you have 1,000 or let's say 100 containers moving together. So GLA can also finance that.
Yes.
That if you are short of funds for some forwarders, so GLA credit company will come in between, I think, and then they can as a financing. So this is what I've heard for the first time. So and
because a lot of company and they have a good business, and also they have a good reputation, but lack of money. And so I think such kind of company we can give support.
Yeah.
A really great initiative, especially in a time like this when we are facing so much geopolitics.
Yes, yeah. So that's the reason, and so we have this year, and also, and just now you mentioned the AI, data analysis, and also new technology, and also we invite insurance company, and we together to do some products to support our global members' business.
Is this an action now? Or
it's already.
So,
yes. Already.
So maybe the announcement is going to come in the Shenzhen. So
yes.
But it's already what I heard from her. The platform has been laid down.
Yeah.
They have to just. I think you already started.
Right? Yeah. Started. Also, and some India members utilize this service and do the business and increase the business very well. Yeah.
First, she joined Akai, so where she spent the whole evening, and then she was the next day on ACFI. She was on the panel
Yeah.
because of the Women's Day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you will see her a good coverage there. So she was a panelist, and we spent around 1.5 2 hours there. So she was talking about the women's and network. So that was also a very good gesture and good connection with a lot of industries people.
So India have a great future.
So all in all, it was one of the best trips you've had, or no?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I think every country, like you only said, has something new to give.
Yeah.
Something that is different from other countries.
Yes. Yeah.
For maybe this trip, it was Mr. Vinet.
Yeah.
That has given you a different experience. Otherwise, Delhi could have
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
from
Sure.
what-
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I told her,
firstly,
she's our guest, and she will be our guest anytime she comes to India.
Yeah.
Either it's Delhi or anywhere in the India. You will be our guest
Also,
forever.
thanks for Vinet, and also thanks for Cargo Insight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And also some people know me from the Cargo Insights.
Yeah, everyone knows you because when you were on ICS before this Cargo Insight, your cover page came. So everyone was having, because the timing was so well connected that the IACS was in December and this came in November. And then you were, and everyone was waiting, where is Grace at IACS? But, and she had some plans and she couldn't came and all this happened.
So actually what had happened was that we were also expecting you at IACS, and at our stall, which is where we started with this podcast series, by the way, we had a background setup.
Yeah.
And your picture was there, the cover of your...
And that too in middle. So somebody sitting here, and they show you and they will see you.
Every other cover, we had a bunch of covers, everything was getting covered, but you were always in the middle. And we were hoping to shoot this there, but we had Bill from GLA.
Thanks.
So we shot, with him too. But I'm glad we got this opportunity. And I know this was only a 4-day trip and you spared the time for us. So thank you so much for your time. And we truly appreciate you coming here to India and being so involved with the community. And thanks to you, sir, for having
pleasure is
her
mine,
here.
sir.
Because it is not every day that you see a person like Grace and also you. And those synergies, when they just match, that something good is going to come out of it. So on behalf of the entire industry, I'm very grateful to both of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shans. Thank you, and wish you good luck. I mean, we have there used to be a program nowadays, I'm not sure, that's called Coffee with Karan. So now I keep saying him, tea with Shreyansh.
Thanks. Yeah. Also, and I want to say on behalf of GLA Global Team, I want to thanks for Vinet, and also thanks for Cargo Insight, and also want to thanks for Akaya, and also want to for ACFI, and also for a lot of old friends and new friends, gave a lot of welcoming and hospitality to GLA, to Grace, and especially this year 2026, it's our 10th GLA anniversary. I hope we can get opportunities to invite all of you to our hometown, Shenzhen. Shenzhen is very, very innovative and also fantastic city. I hope we can show our hospitality to all of you, and welcome to China. Yeah.
Thank you. So let's go to Shenzhen now.
Let's go Shenzhen together. Yeah.